Hello, everyone. Welcome to JOT Middleware. In this lecture, we are going to understand about ciphers in cryptography, meaning what is the necessity to understand ciphers and cipher seeds and different types of ciphers, what role ciphers play in cryptography. So in the previous lectures, we have already understood what is a cipher and how does it work in a TLS handshake, right? So we will understand ciphers and different types of ciphers. And the reason why we are going to discuss about uh, this topic is usually in real time, you would be working on, vulnerabilities, the security findings report, which is VAPT, Vulnerability Assessment Penetration Testing report, will be given to you, as part of compliance and audit. If you're working in a financial project or banking project or insurance project, so this is very common that you will be shared with a report. So basically, it's a security testing that is done by cybersecurity team. They use different tools like WebSphere to perform the security testing. The report contains all the security findings. It may be your WebLogic server or Jboss or Apache or Nginx. So it depends on what URLs. So let us say you are working on UAT and prod environments, and the first report is shared to you, and that report, that testing, the security testing is performed on UAT. So you will be given the UAT server environments report. So you will cross verify, you will do the assessment um, to check if actually the security finding in the VAPT report exists in the UAT or not. So once you find it, you will try and apply the remediation or the recommendations given to you in that report itself. So basically, this report contains um, the vulnerabilities related to your version upgrades or security patches or JDK upgrades, right? And uh, end-to-end encryption, encrypted communication, and it may also contain the vulnerabilities related to your database or application, and that will be taken care by respective teams, the development team or database team. And apart from this, may also contain security findings on your uh, platform-based security findings related to SSH or any other, you know, operating system packages uh, that are obsolete or operating system upgrades that will be taken care by the infra team or the server team. And it may also contain the network and firewall related security findings. I'm talking about the end-to-end UAT environments infrastructure security testing generated report. So out of all these, you will be working on the fixes or remediation uh, in your scope. As we already discussed, like about application servers. So these are the backend application servers. So if the security testing is performed on web servers like Apache web server or IHS or OHS or Nginx, IIS, so you will work towards fixing those security findings with the remediation plan or any action plan given to you. So these are all the vulnerabilities and security findings. And out of all these things, when it comes to production, UAT is not public, right? It does not have public access. So when it comes to production environments, you may have a load balancer or you may have a web server in the front end, and the security testing is performed on either load balancer or a HTTP server. So wherever this VAPT is performed, the URL, it may be a load balancer's URL or HTTP server's URL. So with that URL, the testing tool, it will pull out all the vulnerabilities, the parts which are vulnerable and may prone to attack, the cyber attacks. So out of all these things, the web servers and load balancer which are open, meaning DMZ, and it may be prone to attacks. So these services must be secured in all the possible ways. So usually the clients, the browsers or the users, when they access your applications, uh, there will be SSL handshake or TLS handshake that will take place between client and the server. When the handshake takes place, there will be mutual understanding and the secret key exchange. And there are a lot of things we have already discussed in the previous sections. You can just go through all those lectures to understand the SSL handshake and what exactly happens when there is a handshake between client and user. So basically, let me just give you a brief. When your browser connects to a secure website using HTTPS protocol, first the client says hello, meaning the browser sends a list of ported cipher seeds to the server, and server responds back with the server hello. The server picks up the strongest mutual cipher seed, and once it is done, agreed upon the mutual cipher seed, the strongest one, then the key exchange will take place. So they securely agree on a session key using methods, different methods like RSA or Diffie-Hellman. These are the methods in which the session key can be exchanged. So this is a part of SSL handshake, the first part of SSL handshake. So once this session key is uh, shared, agreed on, then the actual data transfer will start between client and server. So the main part is the interaction between a client and a server. So that connectivity must be totally secure. And this security involves a lot of things. Out of all those things, Cypher is the most important thing that plays important role um, in terms of security and encryption, which defines all the security protocols and methods and the strength, everything. So that is the reason we are going to discuss the ciphers in cryptography.